and that's the last thing we want to do. That's a direct order. Do it now.
He's been put down, ripped off, cut open. Now, he's unleashed. The American insurgency starts now. This is Rusty Humphries, Rebellion Radio.
Hello, my brother from another mother. How are you, my sister from another mister? Hello, welcome. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. We are powered by right-wing news. We are seen on Liberty One TV. Brought to you tonight by the Hear Me Out app. Hear Me Out app. Also WaxRx, ProBiogen, and thetoymaker.com. All right, we got a lot going on tonight, and I want to hear from you, and I've got one button up that shouldn't. There we go. How are you? Oh, boy. Bad day for Matt Lauer. Bad day. First of all, do me a favor, check in if you would, please. Every day I tell you this, and it's so darned important, and what's important is that you let me know who you are. By you letting me know who you are and sharing the video and give me likes and thumbs ups and all those good things, by doing that, that tells Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all the other big social media things, hey, people are paying attention. He's got some engagement. I mean, as much as we want to squash anybody from hearing for what he has to say, maybe we might make a couple of dollars if we allow people to see him. So that's what you got to do. Again, checking in, it's not like I'm asking you to give me money. I'm just saying, hey, check in. How are you? All right, Carrie checking in from Ohio. Mike is in Scarsdale, New York. Ethan saying, hey, how's it going, Rusty? Going good, Ethan. How you doing? Unless you're Matt Lauer, then not so good. Nita checking in. Hey, y'all from Georgia. Dean checking in from the UK. How you doing, Dane? Terrible accent. I'm the worst with accents. Terrible. Awful. But at least I can admit it. Hello, how you doing? All from the UK. No. Matt's checking in. Mark is from Arkansas. David is in North Carolina. I want to talk about your representative there from North Carolina in just a second. Oh, he's in South Carolina. Never mind. Angela's in Tennessee. Debbie is from Central Florida, right there in Mickey's house. Woo-hoo. How you doing? Come on, Minnie. Let's go get some more money. Woo-hoo. Okay, that's better. Shirley is in Smithtown, New York. What else? What are all these papers I got all of them? Dennis is in Richmond, Virginia. David, hello from the great state of Texas. How you doing, David? Good to see you. Janet checking in. Anna is from Clearwater, Florida. Gilbert is in Indonesia. Wow. Are you in the? I guess you're in the future. Would you please let me know what the lottery numbers are since you're living in the future? Indonesia. Just let me know if you would. I'd appreciate that. John says, why do they keep saying Roy Moore is being tried in the court of public opinion when in reality the court of media opinion? Kind of same thing. Just one of those things. But again, and I want to talk about this, and it's so important, and that is, doesn't matter what anybody says anymore. Ask Matt Lauer. I want to get into that. Nita's there. Terry checking in. Julie is from Washington State. Hello, Julie. Kevin's from Maine. Hello, Kevin. Nita's from Georgia. Hello. Georgia checking in. Tennessee, how you doing? John says, I hacked into the database with names, etc., and it names all the affected, even members of Congress. Carr from Pennsylvania. Jerry, Texas. Georgia saying hello. Dave from Oregon. Linda from Florida. Nita loves my voice. How you doing, Nita? Oh, yeah. Now, see, if I talk like this and I try to sound all sexy, first of all, I'm going to lose most of the audience. Secondly, somebody's probably going to try to get me for some kind of harassment thing. Yes, 30 years ago in 2017, Rusty was on Facebook Live, and he went, how you doing, baby? How's it going? And I can't get over it now. I want $10 billion. Sheila's in Texas. Jennaville is in Florida. Ray's there in Dallas. Matt in Mississippi. Libby is from Colorville, Tennessee. Janet watching from U&B Ball from E-Town, Kentucky. Anna's there. T. Wayne, how you doing? Dave, Jeff. All right, lots of folks. Lots of folks. Randy says you almost sound like Al Capone's great nephew or something. I don't even know what that means. But let's see here. Dave says, when you talk like that, I feel like he groped me. I'm groping you over the internet. Now, see, a lot of guys would pay top dollar for that. But not you. I'm just giving it to you. All right. So, I'll be honest. The whole sexual harassment thing has been bugging me. Okay? I'm in my early 50s. I have been working since I've been working since 14. I've been in the radio industry since I was 16. Radio industry, not known for being the highest of purity standards. And I've been single for a long time. So, I actually called a friend who's a young lady who has actually been involved in one of these harassment cases. And I said, okay, I got to be honest. I'm worried, and I am. I'm worried that somebody's going to go, back in 1997, he asked me out on a date, and he's going to get over it, now I want to sue, and my career's over because of something like that. So, well, first of all, I go, okay, so if I asked somebody on a date and they said no, is that sexual harassment? And I want to know, what is sexual harassment to you? John, I like eggs. I do too. I like my rake too. Ron is in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, ladies, I'd like to know, and guys, what do you think? Where does it cross the line? Because here's the problem. Men are attracted to women, and women are attracted to men. And that's how I'm here, and that's how you're here, and how everybody's here, is because we're supposed to be attracted to each other. Not necessarily you have to be attracted to everybody, but, I mean, I like women. I'll admit it. I'm guilty as charged. Like them. I like them a lot. Okay? So John says it's a statute of limitations. Well, that doesn't seem to matter. Okay? So I start going, okay, what kind of things? I mean, if I asked somebody out and they said no, I might have asked them out again a couple times, and they said no, and I dropped it. Have I done stupid jokes over the years? Yeah. I'm a dude. I'm in the radio business. I'm an entertainer. It's one of the reasons why I didn't jump all over Al Franken. Of course he made stupid jokes. He's a comic. I'm sorry. You pay him to be funny. I get paid to be funny. The problem I had with Al Franken was just his smugness. And I don't know. It just didn't seem like he's just always been so smug and always pointing fingers at everybody. I never do that. I always say, nobody's done more stupid things than me. I'm the king of doing stupid stuff. Oh, the king of it. When I was younger, nobody was dumber than me. Nobody. I can't imagine anybody being dumber than me when I was younger. Nobody. Now, I've learned from my lessons, I think. But then I went and I looked at what is it that Matt Lauer was accused of? And I kind of want to go, okay, is there a comparison? So let's bring up the accusations of Matt Lauer and what happened. Again, no fan of Matt Lauer, but I want to go, I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? I want to be a guy that is honest, and I'm honest with you, and I'm telling you what I think, and if I'm wrong, and that's fair. So let's see. Can I zoom in? Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more to the Matt Lauer story. As co-host of NBC's Today, Matt Lauer once gave a colleague a sex toy as a present. It included an explicit note of how he wanted to use it on her, which left her mortified. Yeah, I never did that. I have never given a sex toy to a work colleague. So there's one. Now, if he's done something that I've done, I will fess up to it. Okay? But let's continue. On another day, he summoned a different female employee to his office and then dropped his pants, showing her his little mat. After the employee declined to do anything, visibly shaken, he reprimanded her for not engaging in the sexual act. Yeah, I have never, I have never dropped my pants at work to a female employee, telling them to engage in a sex act and then yelling at them if they didn't do it. I have never done that. Let's continue. He would sometimes quiz female producers about who they slept with, offering to trade names. He loved to engage in a crass quiz game with men and women in the office called F, Marry, or Kill. Okay. I'll admit that game is kind of funny. I've never done it, but I'll be honest, that's kind of a funny game. Okay. All right, let's see what people are saying. Let's see here. Nita says, it's sexual harassment if someone who keeps on after you say no. Well, how many times is that, Nita? And one thing, let's be honest about women. Let's be honest. Y'all like to be chased. And sometimes you say no. Now, I'm not talking about having sex, but I'm talking about dating. Sometimes you say no because you want to see if he's going to keep coming after you. Right? Is that right or wrong? Now, maybe you can say you can't do that in the workplace. I could go there, but I mean, in some places it's against the rules to date. I know of a couple who dated or who worked together and she had to quit because they started dating. Now, how is that fair that she had to quit, not him? Sheila thinks this is not funny. Terry is from Downey, California. Rusty, you sound way better than Rush Limbaugh. You tell it like it is, real life talk. Well, thank you, Terry. Rush is a friend of mine. I've known Rush for years and years. I actually did some of his early comedy material, and so you'll never hear me say anything bad about Rush. Nita says, I was taught that no means no. Yeah? But I got to tell you, and maybe this was me being wrong. Maybe. My wife, when I first asked her out a couple times, she said no. I've dated women that said no before, and I mean, and how many stories do you hear and think in the news? Boy, he asked me out 50 times before I finally said yes, and I'm sure glad I did. See, here's the problem. And this is where I'm very concerned, and I want to know from you with your thumb. Okay, do you agree with me? Give me a thumbs up or disagree, the anger thing, okay? And here's my thing. And how do I say this without losing my career in one fell swoop here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion? Okay. The problem I have, the concern I have is now if we are going to tell guys, if you ask somebody out once and they say no, and if you ever do it again, you'll lose everything. We are feminizing men so much that women who are starving for the masculine in our society today are not going to know what to do, and men do not know what to do. And I will tell you that even I'm scared to death. Not that I know that I did anything, but again, where's somebody in 1992? Well, then he has me on a date, and here's one where she probably could get me. Then he took me on a date, and he forgot his wallet, and I had to pay. That happened once. All right, that one happened once, and she probably has a right to $500,000, maybe. Oh gosh, I'll never forget that. That was so horrible. It's actually going pretty good too, and then it's like, all right, time for the. Oh no! And then you go, I know exactly where the wallet is too. Oh no! And then it's like, you pull the waiter aside. Hey, listen, I'm on a date. I forgot my wallet. Is there anything we can do? No, sir, there's nothing you can do. You better give us money now or I'm going to call the cops. I forgot my wallet. I told you, nobody was dumber than me when I was younger. Nobody. Let's see. Susan says you need a good personal attorney, and even better, just in case, Rusty. Thank you. Leslie checking in. Hey, Leslie. John says you gave me a pocket protector. Reese says, yo, Rusty, you funny. Yo, thank you. Janet says, stop lying, Rusty. John says, when you put them over your knee and spank them. Yeah, John, you're going to you'll never work again. Just with that post on Facebook. Yes, I was going through Facebook in 2017, and 15 years ago, John said, put them over my knee and spank them. Again, not classy, John. I'm just saying, I wouldn't put that on Facebook right now. Dave says, women feel guilty after getting frisky when single. Oh, that's a sweeping statement, Dave. That's not cool. John says, no means no, Rusty. Randy says, right. Janet says, okay, my question is, why do they get to do that mess when he said, she said, and what happened so long ago? Come on, stop wasting taxpayers' money on he said, she said. Prove it beyond a doubt. Okay? Nita says, with the right person, the one you want to play that kind of game with. Well, the problem is you don't know. As a guy, listen, ladies, you all think that you got your little... your little cues. Oh, you're going to flip your hair and you're going to bat your eyes and you're going to giggle and swish your thing. We guys aren't smart enough. We don't see it. We don't. We're stupid. Okay, we're dumb. We go, golly jeepers, she's hot. And she's giving me signal. She says, yeah, I don't really want to do it. But the whole time she's playing with her hair, we don't see that. No, we're not that smart. I'm surprised the human race has continued. I really am. We're dumb when it comes to stuff like that. Again, I'll raise both hands. I'm an idiot when it comes to that kind. Oh, I was giving him cues all week, I would hear from friends. She said she was giving you cues for a week. A cue? I don't know what she's talking about. Ray says, I wouldn't put it past all these big Hollywood guys, or do you want executive type people that they think everyone underneath them? Tell me what will matter and you'll sound the way he talks. Okay, I don't get it. Let's see, a bunch of comments here. I'm trying to see let's see. You're breaking up really bad in Maryland. I'm sorry, Peter. I don't know why I'm breaking up. I'm here. I'm rocking it. Leslie says, if you don't bother, you don't get the girl anyway. It's weird. I know. I'm just saying I'm asking for your women, okay? And it's not just for me. I'm thinking every single guy wants to know what is okay and what's not. Because what you're doing is you're telling us, don't be men anymore. But at the same time, you're going, where are all the men? Well, we can't be men because you told us we can't be men. You told us that back in 1972, we did something when I was 7 years old, and you're mad. I mean, again, I'm looking at the Matt Lauer stuff. I did not give colleague a sex toy. I did not ever show a colleague my wiener. I did not have an office with a auto lock door. I mean, Matt Lauer seems, and by the way, what? We didn't know Matt Lauer. I never met Matt Lauer, but I knew Matt Lauer. Does nobody read the National Enquirer? And the National Enquirer, by the way, is pretty darn accurate. And so, I don't know. Chris wants to know, why are all these allegations coming out at once? It's because everybody's ready to point the finger at somebody else. And it's a good way to destroy somebody's life, somebody's career. Now, I just saw a video of Matt Lauer, and I got to show it to you. And it's beyond creepy. It's, TMZ has it. Randy says, don't go into politics to raise a family. Okay. Nita says, you have to take your time, don't rush in. John says, I've been harassing my wife for better than 36 years now. No lawsuit yet. I don't harass any other women. Well, that's good, John. All right, so here's Matt Lauer on the set of the Today Show. What is her name? Meredith Veredith, or whatever her name is there. And watch Matt, and he turns into a super creep right here on TV. Let me play it for you here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Oh, I'm So, Matt, these are you now, right?
These are just crosstalks, and I'll meet you outside.
Okay, see ya.
Playing with his hair.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going. Pretty sweater.
Look at his face.
Keep bending over like that. It's a nice view.
I'm sorry. You didn't hear it. It's hard to hear. He says, keep bending over like that. Nice view. No, he does. He says, keep bending over like that. Nice view. I'm going to play it again, and watch just the look on his face, too. He ain't kidding. Let's play this. Here we go. Look at this.
Where's my little, I love you, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going.
Look at his face.
Pretty sweater. Keep bending over like that. It's a nice view.
And look at the look on his face, too. I mean, oh, my gosh. It reminds me of one of the most... Jason, what a D-bag, yeah. John says, go back, Rusty. Nice view. Thank you. He reminds me of back at about 1985-ish. I went to go see a girl who was a friend. And later, after asking her out for years, we dated. Very sweet girl, very beautiful. But we're walking down Venice Beach. And this big guy walks up and he gives her this look and he goes, he says, you make me hungry, baby. And when you're hungry, you got to eat. And it was one of the most awful, horrific things I ever saw. But he had that look that Matt Lauer had just seconds ago in that video. He had this look of, I'm going to get me what I want. Look at this. Look at this look on Matt Lauer's face. Can you go back? Where's that look? Well, let's play it again. It's...
Where's my little, I love you, man.
He's just got this look. This animalistic, I'm getting what I want look.
That's a nice view.
And by the way, not apologetic at all. Nice view. Yeah, keep bending over like that. Nice view. Classy, Matt. Classy. Let's see here. Lyndon says, Rusty pinched my hiney. Yes, Lyndon. It was a crazy night. Boy, had I been drinking. I don't drink. Ray says, guilty. What a D-bag. He is a perv, says Tim. John says he's an animal. Okay. So I've not heard it from enough women. That's okay. But I do want to know from you. Jason says he looks very sling blady. Mm-hmm. Meredith, you look like potted meat. Mm-hmm. I like potted meat. Mm-hmm. Meredith, you look good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me play another clip of something else that happened today. Representative Jim Clyburn of North Carolina or South Carolina? I always get those confused. South Carolina. And he started off by standing up for the congressmen who were sexually harassed. And one of the lines they said, well, Congressman, what do you think about these guys? Should they be able to, should they have to quit? And he says, well, no, it's not fair. He's walking. Okay, I think, oh, we got the clip. Oh, good, we got a clip. Let me play the clip of this because this is good stuff. Representative Clyburn, here we go. I'll play this. Let's see if I can bring it up.
Other men in other industries have faced similar accusations and gotten out of the way, resigned, stepped down far faster than he has. Right?
You would have to give me some examples.
Harvey Weinstein, Charlie Rose, Matt Lauer.
I don't think they. Who elected that? Right. I don't think they stepped down.
Who?
So it's different because he's elected.
What? Who elected them? Again, these congressmen, man, they are better than everybody else. Just ask them. Who elected them? Well, Congressman, you're in a safe district, and you got you've fooled enough people for a long enough time so you can do any damn thing you want. I don't think so. That's what I think. Let's see here. Kay says, sorry, I think if it's over 5 or 6 years, you missed your chance. I'm getting tired of these women coming up after 20 years later. They should have spoke up then. But again, what if they were scared? I mean, I've been hearing from women that were literally very scared. That they said this is stuff that has happened. It happened to them. Nobody was listening back then, and now finally people are listening, and so now is the time to talk, I guess. Women need to learn how to put a man in his place, says April. Disclaimer, not every man, okay? Don't want men, April. Just the ones you don't like. Randy says, me being a guy, I've done it too. Maybe those words, but in similar ways. That's how I met my wife. See, here's where I'm starting to draw the line and where I think that maybe we can all agree. And tell me what you think. I think it has to do with you're in the workplace and you have a position of authority where you can hire and fire or make somebody's life a living hell. And you use that position of authority to get what you want. And if you don't get what you want, you ruin that person's career or their job. But then that would not, for example, Al Franken, that would not fall into that category. Maybe it's different also for politicians. I do think that maybe a politician should have a higher standard of excellence, of class, because they sure as hell don't now. Okay, Kay says, sorry, Rusty, I disagree. Tell me why. What is it you disagree with, Kay? I want to know. I really do. Leona says, I agree, but now why all of a sudden? John says, nobody knows. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for you to... Lyndon thinks eating their own seems to be a last-ditch effort to take down Trump. Randy thinks I hit the nail on the head. Kay says it was embarrassing to a woman back then. Ray says morals. But again, whose morals? April says women need to be more powerful, not pitiful. I am the person that would do something about this. Leslie says, got you, Bev. Okay. I want to go to one other clip here Chris agrees with what I said. Thank you. All right, let's go back to Jim Claiborne and listen to this story. Again, this guy's always got to be a victim. Listen to what he said he told his grandsons. And I sure want to hear what you think of his definition of manhood. Here we go.
One of whom is 21 years old and a college student. He's in his 4th year. I don't know what classification he is. I talked to him a lot last week. I talked to him about how to conduct himself if he was stopped for a traffic violation, if he is questioned by the police officer, the kind of discussion I ought not have to have with my grandson.
All right, let me stop right there. First of all, I didn't remember this was a story, but he's going to just, go back to the playbook and bring out the Black Lives Matter stuff. Okay, because I guess everything with a guy like this is about race. Okay. You shouldn't have a discussion with your grandson about how to behave with police officers. Really? I had a discussion with my parents. I've had discussions with my kids. You treat them with respect. You shut up. You say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You give them your license, your registration. You take the ticket, and you move on. And if you think you didn't do anything, you go fight it in court. Okay? Isn't that what you do? All right, let me continue, because he gets better.
I should not be able to, if I have to say to my grandson, son, you got to deny your manhood.
Stop right there. So being respectful to the police is denying your manhood? Wow. No wonder there's so many problems with his constituency. If this is what a congressman is teaching the men, well, you got to deny your manhood if you get pulled over by the cops. What, so you're supposed to be a man and tell the cop, up yours, copper, up yours, come here. What did I do? You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? My life matters more than yours. Is that what you're telling him? Wow. Let me play it back because it's maybe I'm misunderstanding him here.
You got to deny your manhood if you want to ensure that you come home alive.
Oh my God. Stop it again.
And that's
so hold on a second. So not only is he not saying, hey, you need to be respectful to everybody, okay? Put the attitude down. You're the grandson of a congressman, okay? You're going to college. He just said both of them are in college, right? You're going to college. You have opportunity. This is what he should say. You have opportunities that I never had. You're growing up in the greatest nation in the world, and there's a bunch of thugs and race hustlers and race pimps out there that are trying to use you and your skin color to make them more successful. Don't do it. Don't fall for the trap. What you should do, grandson, is even if you got pulled over for something wrong, you smile. Yes, sir, no, sir. Take notes. Don't worry, on that ticket, we'll have the cop's name and his badge number. You don't need to take anything out, especially not in dark at nighttime. That cop is scared. Especially if you're an African American. You've been told that, they're more afraid. Again, I'm speaking as the congressman there. I don't know. The point is, Congressman, the message isn't, well, golly, you got to put down your manhood. No, being a man, a real man, is not hiding behind your lousy cheap suit or your suit there. Being a congressman, telling everybody how it is smart and intelligent and how cool you are and how much government money you're going to steal to give to somebody else. That's not what being a man is. It's not being a man telling a cop to F off. It's not being a man being disrespectful. It's not being a man trying to show how tough you are. That's not being a man. Being a man is understanding how to handle situations. How do you do it in the best way to protect your family, your girlfriend or wife? You know, we keep forgetting, and this is again where maybe I'll get in trouble, but it's true. Part of a man's job is to protect his woman. It's not to be a badass, tough guy. I'm tough. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna beat up everybody I can. I'm gonna show my manhood. That's not being a man. That's being a wussy. That's being an idiot. That's being a boy, a child. That's not a man. A man stands up. Says, okay, I got a ticket. I think that cop is lying. I think he's a racist or whatever you want to say. I got this. We'll go to court. We'll fight it out legally, intelligently. Not going to lose my cool. I'm not going to put fear into the heart of the police officer. He has a right to go home, as do I. That's being a man. Or being a man is not committing the crime. Now, sometimes you get pulled over for a ticket or something stupid. But what about those basketball players or football players that Trump got out of China and the dad, yeah, Trump's an idiot. They were shoplifting in China. I'm not talking about shoplifting at China at Panda Express. They were shoplifting in China. And the dad's going, yeah, that Trump, he's a dumbass. I'll tell you what, my boy, he was a good boy. No, you're not a good boy when you're shoplifting. You're not a good boy when you're shoplifting in China. You're an idiot. I take it back. Remember when I said nobody was dumber than me when I was a kid? No, you shoplift in China, you're way dumber than I ever was. Way dumber. Let's get with more with Representative Claiborne because, again, speaking of dumb, he's going to keep on going down the dummy trail. Here we go.
That's what some of these discussions are all about. Black lives do matter. And we here in the Congress must mature enough, grow up enough to have the kinds of adult discussions about the issues that plague us as a country in a way that will allow us to find the common ground that's necessary to resolve them.
You know what I hear? Yap, 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 yap.
Here's the new pillow.
What we need to do in Congress is we need to be mature. But I'm going to tell my kid not to, I'm going to tell my grandchild it's okay to not be, there's a lot of times I can put my mind into the thought of another person. I try to understand what it is people are thinking. Even when I disagree with them, I try to put my mind in it. And so I can try to understand where they're coming from. All that dude is a race pimp. He got nothing but race. Nothing. 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 Yeah, Leona, he said Congress needs to grow up. Yeah, he's right. Maybe congressmen should stop sexually harassing women, walking around naked, making you and me pay for their indiscretions. Maybe he should tell his grandson to grow up. And maybe he should take some responsibility instead of blaming everybody else. That's what I think. Now, I am here every night, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West. Now, I do comment on Facebook a little bit, but I'm not doing it as much anymore because the messages aren't being heard. They're squashing the content, and it's wrong. And we conservatives need to find a way around them. Now, again, a way around them is to comment here, to engage, hearts, thumbs ups, smiles, sad face, whatever it is. Martin says, use Get Wax RX. Do you need to turn your volume up? Try Wax RX. I agree. Martin, thank you very much. Wax RX, the pH-conditioned ear wash system, effective to remove earwax. And it's a good job. You can clean your ears at home with the system just like your doctors use. Go to waxrx.com. Use code word Rusty. That's me. Waxrx.com. 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 Thank you. I was talking about something else, though. What was I talking about? That our messages are being squished by the big social media groups. And I am using a new app that I would ask you to join me on. And it is called Hear Me Out. The Hear Me Out app. And you can get it on iTunes and you can get it in the Google Store or the App Store, whatever you get it. By the way, there was a big glitch with Apple today. They found a big glitch where it's easy to get into your computer without a password. If you have an Apple computer, there is a fix. Go to the App Store and download that fix and put that in right away. That just happened, so just so you know. Anyway, the Hear Me Out app is like Twitter, except it's talking, and you can participate in it, but I upload once or twice a day. Just kind of stuff I'm thinking about, what's going on in the news, what's got my attention. And it's fun. And the messages can only be 42 seconds. That's the longest. But if you go to Hear Me Out and find it, again, Hear Me Out, and comment. They're trying to get adult. Right now it's kind of a kids app, so it's like you're ahead of the curve if you get on Hear Me Out. But it is a great app, and they do lots of good stuff in there, and they've assured me that they are not looking to get rid of not looking to get rid of conservatives. They're going to let us be heard. So go and find the Hear Me Out app and follow me, Rusty Humphries, if you would please, and I would really, really appreciate it. All right, Reese says the fix is in the App Store. Apple says apples, I say bananas. John says it works great. John got the app too. Rusty, has Laura Loomer learned anything more about the Vegas Massacre? I have not talked to her lately, but I should ask her. I've not heard her mention the Vegas Massacre in a while. Anything else? The Congressional Harassment Fund. I have pillows on here. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Leslie. Okay, well. Anyway, do me a favor if you would, please. Get Wax RX. That would be a thing I'd appreciate. Also, my new show. Actually, I've got another show I do. It's called We Review Everything. Me and Orson Scott Card, one of the great authors. And it's a good show. What do we talk about? I've got the list. We talk about the TV show The Good Doctor, There's Johnny, Bad Moms Christmas, Daddy's Home 2, my trip to Romania, a whole bunch of stuff. It's actually a pretty interesting show. I'll have that up tomorrow. You can find that at iTunes and Stitcher and on my Facebook page. My Facebook page, by the way, look for me, Rusty Humphries. Type in Talk to Rusty or Rusty Humphries and find me in a blue shirt. Not the one with me and Piff the Magic Dragon. I don't do much of that one. That's kind of a personal family one, and I can only have 5,000 people on that one. The other one's got like 100,000 people on it, and you should go and like that one if you would, please. Also, if you would support the nice folks at Liberty One TV. They're great people, nice folks, and they really have a great conservative message that needs to be supported. As does my friends at Right Wing News. They do a great job, and they're there all the time on Facebook, and if you go and like them, I appreciate that. Follow me on Hear Me Out app, please, and let me know if you're there, and do a little comment. I'd love to read it. Other than that, that's it for me. I'm going to be here every day this week, except for Friday. No Friday. I'm doing some stuff. So that's it. I appreciate you. May God bless you, and may God bless America. I'm Rusty Humphries, and this is... just share the video. Share it. Thumbs ups. Give me some love. End me with some love. Share the video. Come on. I'm Rusty Humphries. May God bless you. May God bless America. We'll see you next time here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.